Gregory King Tutt was going places. He was young, just 22, but he had a right hook that could knock your head off. A junior middleweight with a fighter's heart, Tutt was already 12-3, a rising star in the brutal world of professional boxing. He trained hard, fought harder. His punches were poems of pain, each one a step closer to the championship. He had the heart of a lion and the drive of a hurricane. The kid from Philly was going to be somebody. He was going to be a champion. He just needed time. Tutt's last bout was in June. He won a decision over Angel Sindo at the Philadelphia Civic Center. The crowd roared, chanting his name. He was on top of the world. Little did he know, the clock was ticking. A dark cloud was gathering over his future. A storm would drown out the cheers and leave behind a legacy of blood and silence. On that street became a tomb. It was a Thursday, just past 2 a.m. The neighborhood, scarred by poverty and violence, was holding its breath. Inside the house, 4 lives were brutally extinguished. Gregory King Tutt, his girlfriend Dawn Gross, and his cousins, James Saunders III and Hassan Ukhta, were found shot to death. Their bodies, riddled with bullets, lay scattered like fallen idols. The scene was a nightmare. Shell casings littered the floor, a macabre confetti, an Uzi clip lay spent, a silent testament to the brutality. The smell of gunpowder hung heavy in the air, a bitter incense to a senseless sacrifice. The medical examiner would later say it was quick, but quick was no comfort to the families left to grieve. Tutt, the boxer who danced around his opponents, couldn't dodge the hail of bullets. His dreams, his future, his life, all snuffed out in a heartbeat. The ring of the bell was replaced by the echo of gunshots, the cheers of the crowd silenced by the finality of death. The house where the murders took place was a fortress. Steel gates guarded the entrance, a grim necessity in a neighborhood plagued by crime. But the fortifications also hinted at another possibility, a darker secret. Drug trafficking was rampant in the area. Those steel gates, meant to keep the darkness out, could have easily been keeping it in. Were the victims caught in a web of their own making? Were they players in the deadly game of narcotics? The police found no drugs, no weapons other than the spent shell casings and the Uzi clip. The house was clean, too clean. It was as if someone had meticulously erased any trace of wrongdoing, but some things can't be erased. The bloodstains on the floor, the bullet holes in the walls, the shatters, they all whispered a story of violence and betrayal. But who was telling the truth? Was it the silent and cold, or the victims, forever silenced by the hail of bullets? The investigation was a tangled web. No forced entry, no witnesses, no apparent motive. The police were baffled. Who would want to kill Gregory Tutt and his friends? Was it a robbery gone wrong, or was it something more sinister? A carefully orchestrated hit. The lack of answers only fueled the rumors. Whispers of drug deals gone bad, of debts unpaid, of revenge, filled the void left by the truth. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and still, the case remained unsolved. Gregory King Tutt, the promising boxer with a knockout punch, became another statistic, another victim of the city's relentless violence. His name, once chanted by adoring fans, was now whispered in hushed tones, a tragic reminder of a life cut short, a dream shattered.